Family will always be there for you. That's what we're told from the time we're young. But what if that's not always true? What if, after 60, the support you've always counted on isn't as solid as you thought? Life changes, relationships evolve, and sometimes the people you expected to stand by you begin to drift away. The good news? 6 powerful sources of support can be even stronger than family, and most people don't even realize they exist. Stick with me, because by the end, you might just redefine what true stability and independence mean. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Pillar 1. Your financial stability. Let's start with something that might surprise you. The most unwavering support in your life isn't a person, it's your bank account. That might sound cold, but think about it. Money doesn't guarantee happiness, but it does provide security, freedom, and peace of mind. As you age, financial independence becomes more than just a convenience, it's a necessity. Relying on family for financial help may seem like a safety net, but in reality, it can turn into a risky gamble. Your children, no matter how much they love you, have their financial responsibilities. They're managing mortgages, raising kids, dealing with medical bills, and handling unexpected expenses like car repairs. While they might want to help you, what happens if they simply can't? Take Richard, for example. At 72, he had always been the family rock. He put his kids through college, helped with down payments, and was always ready to lend a hand when they needed money. He never imagined he'd be the one needing help. But when a sudden medical emergency wiped out his savings, he turned to his children, expecting them to step up as he once had. Instead, he found them struggling to keep up with their financial obligations. It wasn't that they didn't care, they just couldn't afford to support him. That's when Richard realized an essential truth. Financial stability isn't about being wealthy, it's about being prepared. Experts reinforce this idea. A 2022 study from the National Institute on Aging found that financial independence in older adults is strongly linked to lower stress and better overall health. It's not about amassing a fortune, it's about having enough to cover your needs. Even a modest emergency fund, a steady pension, or a part-time job can mean the difference between feeling confident and feeling vulnerable. So, ask yourself, could I handle an unexpected $5,000 expense? Is my income reliable? If not, start small. Cut unnecessary subscriptions, save a little each month, and build your financial cushion. In the end, your wallet might just be the most dependable friend you have. Pillar 2. Your physical health. Picture your body as a lifelong companion. After 60, it either walks beside you as a faithful ally or drags behind as a stubborn burden. The truth is, no amount of money can make you exercise, and no amount of love from your family can keep your muscles strong if you don't take action. Your health is the one pillar no one else can build for you. Yes, your loved ones might encourage you, but they can't walk your steps, choose your meals, or lift your weights. Neglect it, and even the strongest support system won't keep you standing. Consider Carl, a 68-year-old who once hiked mountains in his youth. He loved the outdoors, the thrill of reaching the summit, the satisfaction of a strong body. But when retirement rolled around, he traded his hiking boots for the couch, telling himself he'd get back to fitness someday. That someday never came. His energy levels dipped, his knees ached, and even climbing the stairs felt like conquering Everest. His children visited when they could, but between work, school runs, and their responsibilities, they couldn't be his trainers. One day, after struggling to get up from a chair, Carl faced a hard truth. If he wanted to maintain his independence, he had to take control of his health. He started small. A daily 10-minute walk. Swapping fries for a side of vegetables. Finally booking that long-overdue doctor's visit. Slowly but surely, he noticed a change. His legs felt stronger, his energy returned, and he started feeling more like himself again. Science backs Carl's experience. According to the World Health Organization, Regular physical activity after 60 reduces the risk of chronic diseases by up to 30%. The good news? You don't need to run marathons. A simple walk, a daily stretch, an extra serving of greens. These small choices build a healthier, stronger you. So, what's one small habit you could start today to feel better tomorrow? Your body is waiting to show you what it can do. And trust me, the next pillar ties right into this in a way you won't want to miss. Pillar 3. Your social circle. Loneliness can creep in like an unwelcome shadow as you age. Friends move away, loved ones pass, and suddenly, the world feels a little quieter. It's easy to assume that family will fill that silence, but here's the reality. Your children and grandchildren have their orbits, careers, spouses, school drop-offs, and never-ending to-do lists. They love you deeply, but they can't be your whole world. That's where your social circle becomes essential, a pillar just as vital as your health and financial stability. Take Margaret, a 73-year-old who learned this lesson the hard way. 4 years, she relied on her 2 sons for companionship. They would call, visit, and share the occasional meal. But as their lives grew busier, those moments became fewer and further between. She found herself waiting by the phone, feeling more invisible with each passing week. The loneliness was stifling, until she decided to take control. Instead of waiting for life to happen to her, she made it happen. Margaret reached out to an old friend, rekindling a connection she had let slip. She joined a local knitting group, where laughter and shared stories became the highlight of her week. She even started chatting with neighbors over coffee, turning casual acquaintances into meaningful friendships. Soon, her days were filled with warmth, conversation, and purpose. She no longer needed to rely solely on her sons. She had built her village. Science backs up Margaret's transformation. A 2021 Harvard study found that older adults with strong social ties experience lower stress levels, improved mental health, and even a longer lifespan. Friendships act like a garden. The more you nurture them, the more they flourish when you need them most. So, who's one person you could reach out to today? A quick text, a phone call, even a simple wave across the fence. Small gestures can open the door to deeper connections. And stay tuned, because the next pillar builds on this idea in a way that might surprise you. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Pillar 4. Your sense of purpose. What gets you out of bed when your kids don't need you the way they used to when the 9 to 5 fades into memory? After 60, purpose isn't something handed to you, it's something you craft. Without it, the days can blur into an endless stretch of sameness, and even the love of family can't fill that gap. Purpose is your inner compass, guiding you through life's quieter chapters, giving your days meaning and your heart a reason to keep striving. Take George, a 70-year-old retired engineer who found himself at a crossroads. After decades of structure and problem-solving, he entered retirement expecting peace, but what he found instead was an unsettling sense of boredom. Without deadlines or responsibilities, he felt adrift. His children checked in, but their visits, while welcome, didn't spark the same drive he once had. He spent his days lounging, watching TV, and wondering what was missing. Then one day, restless and seeking something more, George heard about a local school looking for volunteers to teach kids about electronics and mechanics. On a whim, he signed up. On the first day, he showed a group of curious students how to take apart a radio. By the end of the class, he saw the excitement in their eyes, and something awakened in him, too. Suddenly, his mornings had a purpose again. He was needed, engaged, and alive. His work no longer came with a paycheck, but it came with something more valuable: fulfillment. Studies back this up. Research from the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults with a strong sense of purpose reported 25% higher life satisfaction. And the best part? Purpose doesn't have to be tied to a job. It can be anything: painting, gardening, writing, mentoring, or even chasing a dream you set aside years ago. So, what's one thing that makes you feel alive? Something you could start tomorrow? Purpose doesn't vanish with age. It's simply waiting to be rediscovered. And the next pillar will show you how to keep that fire burning strong. Pillar 5. Your emotional resilience. Life doesn't soften after 60. It just throws different punches. The challenges change, but they don't disappear. A lifelong friend moves away, a spouse passes, and health issues arise. The world shifts in ways you never expected. Family might wrap you in warm hugs, offer comforting words, and check in when they can, but they can't fight your inner battles for you. That's where emotional resilience comes in. The internal shield that allows you to bend without breaking, to face life's hardships with courage and grace. Take Helen, a 75-year-old woman who had spent 40 years with the love of her life. When her husband passed, her world shattered. At first, her children surrounded her with love and attention, but as time moved on, so did they. Their visits became less frequent, and their calls shorter. Helen felt the weight of her grief settling in, threatening to consume her. But she made a choice, one that changed everything. Instead of retreating into loneliness, she joined a local grief support group. She picked up a journal and started writing down her emotions, letting the pain flow onto the pages. Every morning, she forced herself to find one small thing to be grateful for. Sunlight streaming through the window, the scent of fresh coffee, a kind word from a neighbor. Bit by bit, her resilience grew. She wasn't waiting for someone else to save her, she was saving herself. Science backs this up. A 2023 study from the American Psychological Association found that emotionally resilient older adults recover from setbacks 40% faster than those who struggle with adaptability. The key: it's not about ignoring pain, it's about facing it with tools that work for you. Mindfulness, journaling, deep breathing, a daily walk. Small habits that help you process emotions instead of being consumed by them. So, when life stings, what's one way you can soothe yourself? Resilience isn't a gift given to you. It's a muscle you build with every challenge you face. And the final pillar will tie all of this together in a way that makes it even clearer. Stay with me. Pillar 6. Your ability to adapt. Here's a truth. After 60, change isn't optional. It's constant. Routines shift, familiar faces fade, technology evolves, and what worked yesterday might not tomorrow. The world doesn't pause for nostalgia, and the more you cling to the past, the harder it is to move forward. But if you embrace change, you don't just survive, you thrive. Adaptability isn't just a skill, it's your superpower, the key to turning life's upheavals into fresh opportunities. Frank, 78, felt this firsthand. As the years passed, his world seemed to shrink. Friends moved away, some passed on, and his once busy social life grew quiet. At first, he felt lost, mourning the way things used to be. But instead of retreating into loneliness, Frank made a choice. He adapted. He taught himself how to use Zoom so he could video chat with his grandkids across the country. He joined an online history club where he connected with like-minded people. He even made digital friends through social media, proving that connection doesn't have to fade with age. It just shifts into new forms. Science backs this mindset. Studies from the University of Chicago show that seniors who embrace adaptability report 35% lower stress levels and higher overall life satisfaction. The ability to adjust isn't about giving up on the past, it's about growing with the present. It's about looking at life not as something slipping away but as something continuously unfolding. So, what's one change you could embrace today? Learning a new skill? Shifting a routine? Trying a different perspective? Adaptation doesn't mean letting go of who you are. It means permitting yourself to keep evolving. And here's the best part. When you master this pillar, the rewards stretch beyond what you can imagine. Stay with me, because we're about to bring it all together. So, there you have it, the 6 pillars that hold up a strong, fulfilling life after 60. Financial stability, physical health, social connections, purpose, emotional resilience, and adaptability. Each one plays a crucial role, and together, they create a foundation that keeps you standing tall, no matter what life throws your way. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one lesson from this video that truly resonated with you? Maybe you realized the importance